the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Monday, November 16th, 2015. I'm Paula Degnan in for Ann Gownley. Tragic attacks claimed the lives of 120 people and wounded 325 more in Paris, France on Friday. The terrorist group ISIS claimed responsibility for the massacre, suicide bombers and gunmen simultaneously striking a concert hall, stadium, and restaurants. A state of emergency remains. More than 150 police anti-terror raids were conducted in cities across France. A worldwide manhunt is on for Belgian-born French national Salah Abdeslam. 7 terrorists were also killed. World leaders promised tighter cooperation in the wake of the attacks at a G20 summit in Turkey. As of today, 23 people were arrested, 104 put on house arrest. Weapons were seized in over 160 raids on suspected Islamist militants across France. A man was killed in a one-vehicle crash in Nescopec Township this morning. Crews were dispatched around 9:45 for a reported vehicle which struck a utility pole on Route 93. That section of roadway was closed and several detours were set up along the highway. Fire companies from Sugarloaf Township, Nescopec Borough, and Nescopec Township all responding to the scene. PPL also working to restore power to customers throughout the area. State police at Chickasha are investigating the cause of the deadly crash. The name of the person killed has not been given. A grandmother and a 5-year-old child were trapped inside a vehicle in Walker Township earlier this afternoon. Emergency responders said a single-phase 7,200-volt wire fell on top of the car. The occupants, Nikki Feliciano and her 5-year-old grandson, were told to stay in the vehicle as a precautionary measure. PPL responded to the scene, as well as Tamaqua Rescue Squad, Walker Township and New England Fire Company, and Tamaqua Ambulance. The occupants were freed shortly after 1 o'clock. No injuries were reported at the scene of that entrapment earlier today. Hazleton police on the lookout for 2 men who robbed a business with a machete last night. It happened just before 10 at the Dollar General near Diamond Avenue and Cedar Street. 2 Hispanic males came in, one waving a machete, the other wearing a black and white bandana over his face. They both wore dark blue hoodies. The pair made off with an undetermined amount of money and fled in a white vehicle with a spoiler. Police say it's not yet known whether it's related, but about 15 minutes before that robbery, a 23-year-old man told police that he was threatened by a man with a gun wearing dark clothing and a black and white bandana covering his face. That happened on Chestnut Street near Cedar, just a few blocks from the holdup site. Anyone with information is asked to contact Hazleton Police at 570-459-4940 or 911. A Hanover Township man is charged after an armed robbery on 7th and Vine Street on Hazleton's northwest side Friday afternoon. 28-year-old Mark Antonio Madera was arrested after police saw him pull a gun at a man at the intersection. When he saw police, Madera took off, breaking into a nearby home on Alter Street, then trying to run out the back door and through a yard. He was taken into custody while trying to hop a fence. Police say there were actually 2 victims. Their property was recovered. The gun Madera used was found on the scene. He was also found to have warrants out for him from both Wilkes-Barre and adult parole. He's now facing charges of aggravated assault, robbery, and related counts. Hazleton police continue their investigation into a burglary discovered Saturday. It happened in the 1300 block of East Broad Street sometime between last weekend and Saturday. Thieves broke into the house and made off with copper tubing and parts of the furnace. Anyone with information is asked to contact Hazleton Police 570-459-4940. WILN brought you the fire in Freeland live on Friday night, and tonight details on what sparked the fire that displaced 11 people. 150 to 175 firefighters from 4 separate counties battled the blaze at 625-629 Walnut Street, which began around 7 o'clock. According to the fire chief, the cause of the fire, a cooking accident. When crews arrived on the scene, firefighters made a quick effort to help those still in their homes.
25 address. They were accounted for pretty much immediately after arrival of the first units. We did remove one elderly female and a gentleman off of the 629 side.
Friday night, firefighters were battling the heavy winds that were driving the fire and making it hard to get under control.
Unfortunately, we were able to get a handle on it after we went to the elevated master streams and the ground monitors. And once we got a better water supply onto it and the winds actually died down for a short period of time, we were able to knock the blurt of the fire down and able to get back in and mop it up with some hot spots in the walls.
The 11 people displaced from that fire in Freeland are now staying with family and friends. The American Red Cross also lending a hand. Anyone interested in donating to the families can contact the Freeland Fire Department at 570-636-3244. A shooting in Wilkes-Barre last night. It happened in a house on Stanton Street around 11:30. One person was shot, though the injuries are not thought to be life-threatening. City police say it wasn't a random act and haven't said much else. The incident still under investigation. Fire in Wilkes-Barre Sunday afternoon damaged both sides of a double home. It happened at 54.5 Marlborough Avenue in South Wilkes-Barre near Old River Road. Just before 2 o'clock, the fire spread rapidly. Firefighters attacked the flames for about an hour and a half before gaining control of the blaze. No one was injured, but damage was extensive. Fire officials are still trying to determine a cause. Time now for a first look at our forecast. The mild weather doesn't want to let go. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe?
Yeah, overall, a very nice looking day across our area. Temperature-wise, can't get better for this time of year, but some cooler weather to talk about in our forecast. We also have the chance of some showers, but for our area right now, nothing to show you. It is quiet across northeastern Pennsylvania, and we're going to continue to stay on the quiet side as we head through this evening. And temperature-wise, hey, looking pretty nice. These were high temperatures over the past 24 hours. And temperature-wise right now, not doing too bad either. 55 in New Angola, 58 in Jim Thorpe, 57 in Berwick, and 58 in Monoy City. The complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit.
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, WILN's Ann Gownley tells us about the VFW with a big thank you for a great group of scouts. Don't go away.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, Weather with Meteorologist Joe Garbacik, Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Combined Insurance makes it easy to protect you and your loved ones by paying cash directly to you when you need it most. Whether you're looking for accident and sickness, disability, or life coverage, Combined Insurance has a policy to meet your needs and fit your budget. Call John Ravello, 570-499-0504 for an appointment to help determine the best coverage for you. That's John Ravello, 570-499-0504.
We're here. We're here to fight this. We're here with board-certified oncologists. We're here with access to genetic counseling, clinical trials, and the most advanced treatment options. We're here with the strength of the region's leading health network. And now we're here in Hazleton, the new LVHN Cancer Center. We're here for you.
Did you know that suicide rates are on the rise in Luzerne and Wyoming counties? Did you know that over 100 Americans commit suicide every day? And did you know that you can help prevent suicide. I'm Jeffrey Waugh, and I'm here to tell you there is help. If you or someone you know is depressed, dial 800-273-TALK or the emergency helpline at 211. For more information and suicide prevention tips, visit any of these websites. Together, we can save lives.
A local scout troop received a special donation from the VFW on Friday night. WYLN's Ann Gownley has that story.
The McAdoo VFW is giving back to the community once again, and this time it's the local Boy Scout troop who received a big check. The VFW Post 6708 donated $1,000 to Boy Scout Troop 643 to help them purchase items they may need in the near future. Junior Vice Commander Craig Kovac said the Post is giving back to the troop for all their hard work over this year in helping them place American flags on the cemeteries of our veterans and their participation in the Flag Day ceremony.
They help us by supporting us, by doing our legwork. We figured it was nice to give them $1,000 to help them out with what they need.
Scoutmaster Tom Zajac explained what the troop will use the money for.
Makes me feel real good. It helps us out a lot with our fundraisers. We don't have to do quite as many. It'll really help us to replace some aging tents and other camping equipment, some uniforms for some boys that need them, and it was a very generous donation from them.
Scouts say they were ecstatic about the donation, and they said they plan on helping out the organization in the future when they need it. Altogether, there are 9 scouts from the area, such as McAdoo, Tresco, Haddock, and Klein Township, and each of them say they love helping out their community whenever they can.
Yeah, I joined scouting because I figured I want to make an impact in my community, and I want to, I just want to help people. Just like our Scoutmaster said, we're going to get some new equipment like tents and some pack sweatshirts and stuff, which is what we needed.
Kovac says the McAdoo VFW helps out around the community whenever they can to different organizations in need.
We try and give as much money as we can locally, from the food bank to disabled vets, any organization, baseball, basketball. There probably isn't an organization in this town that doesn't get money from us. We support everything, the parades that they do, whatever. Light funds, the fire company. We try and support everything in this town, and so I guess that's what we're here to do.
For more information on the McAdoo VFW or how you can donate and help, you can give them a call at 570-929-1740. In McAdoo, for WYLN News, I'm Ann Gownley.
Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik back with a full look at our forecast, plus a wrap-up of weekend veterans activities. Stay tuned.
There is something new to look for at your local SureSave supermarket. And quite frankly, when it comes to quality and price for your food, it's the best yet. The best yet means hundreds of items packaged at the peak of perfection and priced for the family budget. Look for the best yet label at your locally owned SureSave supermarket. When you see it, be assured of the great taste at a great price whenever you need it. From canned to fresh to frozen, for quality products at a better price, the best yet, now at your local SureSave supermarket.
Family owned and operated, the experienced professionals at Lehigh Tire have served the residents of the greater Hazleton area for over 55 years. From our full line of passenger, light truck, and commercial tires to our automotive services, including tune-ups, inspections, oil changes, and alignments.
Every time I've ever done business here, they've been very polite, straightforward, and the job gets done quickly and right.
Find the right tire for the right price today at Lehigh Tire.
Well, definitely a nice day it was across our area. Temperature-wise, pretty mild for this time of year. A little bit cooler as we head into our Tuesday, but we get some more milder weather as we start going into our Wednesday. Also a threat of some more showers before all is said and done. On to the graphic for today, and It was a pretty nice day to be outdoors. Hopefully you got a chance to enjoy at least part of it, if at all possible. If not, I think we have at least another day where it's going to be relatively warm and mild. But like I said, tomorrow I think it's going to be just a little bit cooler across our area. Nothing to show you. Live 35 Skycast Doppler. We continue to remain dry. We're still in the 50s. Our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton, 51 degrees and a little bit of a breeze from time to time coming in at about 5 miles per hour. 55 now in Mount Pocono, 60 degrees in Allentown. How about 65 degrees in Philadelphia? Pretty nice, as well as Harrisburg. We're at 62, 59 in State College, and 58 in Pittsburgh. Generally in the 50s in the Wyoming Valley area. Overall looking like it should shape up to be a pleasant evening across all of our area. Increasing clouds as you head out toward the Ohio Valley region, but that pretty much is about it. We continue to stay on the dry side of things, and we'll stay dry as we head through tonight. And we should stay dry as we head into the daytime hours of tomorrow. And then you can see a little bit of some precipitation from the west spreading toward the east. Eventually, we're going to be looking at some of that coming into our area, especially as we go into our Wednesday night and as we go into possibly Thursday, some showers coming into play. Temperature-wise tonight, some 30s out there. Tomorrow, again, it's going to be much cooler across our area. And notice these temperatures as we go into our Wednesday early in the morning. We'll be greeting temperatures in the 30s to lower 40s. So again, overall a little bit cooler as we head into tomorrow. A little bit of a backdoor front, if you will, comes in the opposite direction of what you normally would see. So as a result, the cooler air is like such. The warmer air is out through here. Opposite of what you normally see, but we often get them at times across our area. So as a result, we'll be on a cooler side of things for tomorrow. But then we get milder in the 50s as we go into our Wednesdays, some Thursdays. We'll have some showers on our Thursday. And then as we go into the weekend, notice it's going to be a little cooler and maybe a rain or snow shower around as we go into our Sunday. We'll have more for you, but let's get to these lottery numbers before we go to break. Our pick 2, 47, a pick 3, 391, and a pick 4, 0280. The pick 5 numbers 09607 and the treasure hunt numbers 2514, 15, and 18. We'll be back with more after the break.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, and outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Christmas is closer than you think, and on Saturday, November 21st, you can see the fabulous Wilkes-Barre Christmas Parade live right here on WYLN TV 35. The parade coverage starts at 3 p.m. and will be hosted by some of WYLN's on-air personalities, featuring several Wilkes-Barre officials and, of course, Santa's arrival. It's Northeastern Pennsylvania's biggest Christmas parade, and you can see it live Saturday, November 21st on WYLN TV 35.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
A local veterans organization received donations this past weekend to help them care for homeless vets to help them get back on their feet after returning from war. WYLN's Ann Gownley has more on the conclusion of the Voices for the Fallen fundraiser.
For 3 days, veterans camped down to help raise money for the Valor Clinic, a place where homeless veterans can receive the help they need in an environment conducive to them. Cindy and Walter Hunsaker founded Voices for the Fallen. They champion for homeless veterans and planned a Hero to Warm Your Heart sleep out that took place the weekend of November 6th. Saturday, the pair was able to donate the items that were given to them to the Valor Clinic. The Hunsikers said they slept outside to collect the donations and much-needed items to those who must brave the cold streets this winter. Manny Alfonso from the Valor Clinic was on hand to collect the donations for the clinic. He said the donations will be appreciated by all the veterans who use the clinic services.
It's a great feeling when you see the community come out and help out in the way that they do. The clothing, obviously, it's for men, women, children. The food supplies, they do follow a certain diet there, so it's all-inclusive, a concern for them to not only receive something on their back, but also the food that they eat. They want to make sure it's got a good nutritional value as well. So, but every donation is appreciated, from the smallest teddy bear that a child no longer wants to help a homeless child.
Cindy Huntsicker said this year's Sleep Out was a huge success, and it's all thanks to those who donated.
I do want to mention our local VFW here in McAdoo made a $500 donation, and their Ladies Auxiliary also made a $50 donation, which was a huge help. In total, we raised, in cash donations, we raised $1,205. The stuff that people brought was unbelievable. Almost everyone donated brand new clothing, from boots, sleeping bags, blankets, undergarments, thermals, you name it. Our homeless veterans are going to be so happy.
Altogether, besides the many donations of canned goods, clothing, sleeping bags, blankets, and thermals, the group raised $1,200 to donate to the Valor Clinic. If you would like to donate to the Valor Clinic and did not get a chance this time to do so, you can visit the clinic's website at valorclinic.org. In McAdoo for WYLN News, I'm Ann Gownley.
The West Hazelton Improvement Club honored World War II veterans at its 11th annual banquet this past weekend. Since 2005, the club has been honoring surviving members of the greatest generation. 8 vets were in attendance at Capriati's on Sunday, including 100-year-old World War II veteran Maurice Andrews.
Wonderful. I never expected it. I never expected to live this long for what I went through. And I'm so proud that I had the good Lord to help me. Thank all the people ever since I've been home. They're very good to me. They help me in every way that they possibly can, which is greatly appreciated. And I hope I can continue. I know I won't make another 100, but I don't give up.
U.S. Army Colonel Jim Casarella spoke at Sunday's banquet. His grandfather was in the 101st Airborne during World War II.
Country we could never repay, but this is just a small token of our esteem of what we could do for them as veterans and their service to this country. Every veteran has a story, and we sit down with them and listen to them, and what they tell us is just amazing, what they have been through, and even when they came home, they came home and they carried on with their lives, and the things that they did afterwards is just amazing for what they did for their country, and even afterwards as well.
Hazelton Improvement Club has also been supporting the youth of the borough for the past 80 years by sponsoring Little League teams and purchasing band uniforms. We here at WYLN would like to congratulate this year's honorees. Coming up next, Eric DeBerardinis is in with sports here on WYLN, plus Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacek, and a final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
Tickets are now on sale for the annual Sounds of the Season concert at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazelton. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazelton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana and the Freeland Community Choir under the direction of Jackie Wetzel. The audience will be invited to join in the singing of traditional holiday music along with full orchestra and chorus. Advance tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. Sounds of the Season is brought to you by these businesses. WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
Playing in Week 11 means you've reached one of your goals. Getting to Week 12 becomes the next step. High school football district playoffs kicked off on Friday as we start by visiting Wyoming Valley West, hosting Nazareth in the Quad A sub-regional quarterfinals. Kicking off the highlights in the second half, and the Spartans actually down 4, but once again, Sean Judge rules. Legs movement side to side, and then one foot in front of the other for 70 yards, the touchdown, and a 17-14 lead. Oh, you need points? Sean Judge is there like a good teammate, but a bad opponent. 19 yards, and it's 24-14 Valley West. And do you want more skill players? The Spartans have plenty. Aaron Austin to Devin Weidman in the flat. Get off me kindly. Weidman in the end zone, 31-20 ball game. Judge and Weidman bring the speed. LJ Wisniewski brings the power. Austin scrambles and eventually locates the big man. Then Wisniewski shrugs off multiple defenders, high steps to the house. 51-34, the final. Valley West advances to the Quad A sub-regional semifinals and will host Liberty on Friday. In District 11, Anthracite League rivals squaring off in the Class A semifinals. Mahanoy hosting Marion Catholic. The Colts' first possession, KJ Snur back in the lineup and back in the end zone for the 17th time this season as he bounces outside for the score. Here in the second quarter, it's Ethan Kaczynski pitching to Snur, who turns into the quarterback. No one pays attention to the normal QB. Kaczynski catch and run down to the 10-yard line. Then 4th and goal from the 4 for Marion. The lateral moves from Snur and outside again for another touchdown in the 14-0 advantage. Mahanoy does respond with a nice drive capped by the charge from under center by quarterback Mason Ryan, but the Bears fail on the 2-point conversion and fail to ever take the lead. Marion back in the Class A final with a 21-12 final score. They'll play Tri-Valley in the title game on Friday. Other schools moving on to the district finals include Lehighton, Lake Lehman, and Berwick. If it's not the warmth that melts the ice at Mohegan Sun Arena, maybe it will be the players that skate there. The Red Hot Baby Penguins currently on a franchise best 11-game winning streak. That's a team accomplishment. Today, an individual honor. On Monday, the AHL announced that Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins left winger Connor Sheary was selected as the league's Player of the Week. Sheary's week consisted of 3 weekend games in which he tallied 8 points with a goal and 7 assists. He tallied a career-high 4 points on Friday, then matched that on Sunday. The second-year pro currently ranks 3rd in the league in assists and becomes the first Wilkes-Barre Scranton player to win the award since Matt Murray last March. Pens next play Friday at Binghamton, looking to extend that winning streak. And tonight on Late Edition Sports, hear from Crestwood Field Hockey as they prepare for the state semifinals, college basketball highlights, and plays of the week. But next, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast. Stay tuned.
Join us this week on Women Today. Dr. Jody Lenko is going to be on with us and telling us what you need to know about diabetes in women. We'll have a Simply Homebrew Wonderful Wine of the Week. Kathy's got 2 great dishes to prepare with it. We've got more great giveaways and a sensational young woman on the move. It's all coming up this week on Women Today. Join us.
Well, all right, we're in the 40s as we go into tomorrow, a little bit milder for Wednesday, some showers as we go into Thursday, and then much chillier going into the weekend.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Good stuff. Today was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to complain about it.
Thank you. We'll even give you credit for that one.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You have a great evening. Thanks for joining us.